Oh look, we're animated Batman. There's a very specific reason.
Oh,
Yeah, very specific reason for that. Because with the animated
I think
Batsuit,
I'm going
we
to
can be
enjoy
animated
this.
Catwoman.
I like animated Catwoman suit.
Yeah, and it actually like you get the thick black outlines, but I think that it fits in better with the aesthetic of this game than the animated Batman does. Because the kind of cartoony outlines and everything aren't quite as obvious when you're just like running around the city as Catwoman.
Yeah, I mean it looks more natural, but there's still some weird like
I mean, yeah,
shininess.
there's a little bit. So this is our last side quest video where we're cleaning up Arkham City for Catwoman stuff now, basically, which means that this video is going to be a large collection of jump cuts.
Yeah.
So, having that in mind, you asked me between episodes how Demon's Souls has been treating me.
Yes.
Have you ever played Demon's Souls?
Yeah, and I didn't get very far. The game is ridiculous.
How far have you gotten in it?
Uh,
Did you manage to beat any of the bosses?
I beat the first boss.
Like the Phalanx boss?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's
And then I quit shortly thereafter.
the Phalanx is kind of the freebie. Particularly if you have fire bombs, it's very easy because you get the AOE fire, which it's weak to. So I've started new characters in Demon Souls 3 separate times now.
Hi, dragon. Or dinosaur.
T-Rex,
Whatever.
close enough.
Close enough.
Yeah, we're gonna talk to Penguin as Catwoman finally.
What the hell are you supposed to be?
Piss off.
Really? Okay, if you insist. Oh, I forgot to say, speak to me like that again, Penguin, and I'll show you just what it feels like for a poor little bird to be torn apart by a cat.
Meow.
Don't hurt me. I didn't mean it.
That's much nicer. See? You could be nice, Oswald.
Oh.
See you around.
So I've started I started my first character back when I first got the game, which was back in like 2010, I think. And
Was there really?
well, the game was released back in like 2009.
I was gonna say, yeah. I got it when it first came out.
Yeah, I didn't get it right away when it came out because I didn't know about it. But I saw it in the store one day and I was like, "Oh, this looks interesting." So I picked it up and I started playing it. And I think I said this in one of the Dark Souls episodes. I started playing it and was like, "Wow, this game is really cool, but it's really, really hard as well."
Yeah, I think, like, when I played it, I started a character twice.
Yeah.
Like, when I first started playing it, I couldn't get to the first boss. And
Yeah.
because I think before then I was playing.
Well run. We own this place.
What was I playing? I think I was playing like whatever Pokemon game was out and Uncharted, and then like some other PSP game,
Yeah, yeah.
and then immediately went to that. It was like, what the hell?
Very, very different types of games.
Yeah, and I was like, I remember when I saw it, I saw some of the previews, and I was like, oh, this looks like a fun little romp. I'll go pick it up. Because XPlay was talking about it, and they were saying it's an RPG, and they said it's going to be hard, and it's like, sweet. It looks like right up my alley, because I
Oh,
love
yeah.
RPGs. And I love the aesthetic and the world, and, you
Yeah.
know, all the things I've been hearing about. And then I think when I got home, I played it the next day, and
Oops.
I immediately gave up.
Yeah. So for
And then I went back like a year later, and I got past the first boss, and then
Yeah.
I was getting my ass handed to me, and I was like, you know what? I don't need this.
That's how it works.
I'll play it later.
For context, I still have the first character I started in Demon Souls. That character is currently behind where my newest character is right now. Like, it's a lower level, has less played time, and hasn't killed nearly as many bosses or anything. Finally managed to get that claw climb challenge.
Yay.
Don't know what other buildings you can use to get it, but yeah. So when I started playing Demon Souls, I did manage to get to the first boss and like beat the first boss, but it did take me quite a while. And
Yeah, that one was a bitch.
Well, it's just because you're completely new to the game as well, and like the systems of the game and how it does things. And so when I actually got to the boss, like, killing it wasn't too much of a problem because I had a lot of firebombs on me, and like, because the game functions like Dark Souls does now, where it has like online messages and stuff that people leave. There were messages in the boss arena that were like, oh, use fire, use fire, use fire. So it was like, oh, I have fire bombs, and I have this turpentine that I can slap on my longsword to like give it fire attack. And it was like, the boss itself wasn't too hard, and I was like, all right, I see what this game is kind of going for now. And then I got burnt to a crisp on the bridge with the dragon. And it was like, oh.
Yeah.
So I tried to play, the other locations in the game, and it was like they were even harder. And I was like, oh, I don't think I can do this game right now. So I stopped playing it for a very long time. But I've been playing a lot of Dark Souls lately. Still. Like, holy wow, it's been weeks, and I'm still mostly only playing Dark Souls.
Right.
Actually, quick update on that. I am currently in Anne Orlando in New Game Plus Plus in Dark Souls.
Wow.
I managed, I just busted through the entire, first half of the game today, basically. On my, because my character is, a level 155 now or something. It's absurd. I'm about to make the third and final weapon that you can make using Sif's soul.
Mm-hmm.
And then I'll only need one more item to get the Knight's Honor achievement. And I only need one more pyromancy to get that achievement. And I only need 2 more miracles to get that achievement. And 100% the game completely. Which will be ridiculous.
Jeez.
It's actually not the hardest game to 100%, as it happens.
It's just balls hard.
Yeah,
well, that
the
and
game
it's like,
itself, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, it's not a game in the traditional sense of what you're used to. Because, I remember when I was first played Demon Souls, the whole boss that you run into.
Yeah.
Or not really. I guess he's a boss.
Which character are you talking about?
In the very beginning when you get planted.
The tutorial area?
Yeah.
Where you have the supposed to lose fight that you technically can win?
Yes.
I've still never beaten that.
I tried. I can't.
Oh, I've tried, but no, it's like he can kill even even knights who start with the highest armor, like he can kill them in 1 or 2 hits, and it's like, nope.
Yeah, like the very first time I played that, it was like, excuse me?
Yeah.
Like, because
Oh,
I
yeah.
saw, I was like, oh, this is a tutorial boss, and, you know, this will be a gimme. And then I
Yep.
got immediately planted.
Yeah.
Immediately. And then I was like, well, what the fuck was that? How was I supposed to do anything? I have nothing. I mean, I played as a thief, and that, admittedly, that was a
Yep.
mistake. But as I've said, thieves and rogues are my favorite characters to play in RPGs.
Yeah.
Never again. In a soft game, in a FromSoft game, never again.
Well, then you wake up in the Nexus, and it's like,
Yeah.
death is something else in this game.
That
Hi,
was
Bane.
supposed to happen to me.
It's that kind of attitude that gets you in these kind of situations.
If you
Aw.
open this door, I'll kill you too.
Will you really? See you later, Bane. Hopefully next time you'll know how to talk to a lady.
Oh.
Wow. But yeah, so it's like that lady's just talking to you like, no, it's cool.
Yeah.
That's
Death
how it's
is-
supposed to be. And you're
Death-
like,
yeah.
oh.
Death is not quite final here in Boletaria.
Yeah, and it's like, oh. Then I feel better about it. And then I heard later that boss can be legit beat. And it's like,
Yeah.
how? I've seen
Yep.
I've seen videos on YouTube of people doing it, and I'm mystified.
Yeah. Well, I mean, then he shows up in the Shrine of Storms location as well, and you can kill him there. But it's like, yeah, I started a new character again recently because I was like, you know, all this Dark Souls has made me feel like playing Demon Souls again, and seeing if I can actually beat that game finally.
Well, isn't this nice?
Aww.
I guess Batman found your wife
Reunited,
after all.
and it feels so good.
My beautiful Nora is now safe.
So
And he's just
is
standing
now
there
a good
this
time
entire
to
time.
talk to you about an idea I had to steal the Pharaoh's diamond from the Egyptian Museum. It's really hot there, and well, all this latex really makes it soft.
Please lay with my wife, Catwoman.
Oh, cheeky
Just
cat.
asking, Freeze. Just asking.
Very uncouth.
She is Catwoman.
Yeah.
So the way I play the Souls games, as I've mentioned many times in the past, is that I make heavy armor wearing tanky characters, and I like to block everything rather than dodge when I can get away with it, which is particularly true in Demon Souls, because Demon Souls, in my opinion, is far more punishing than Dark Souls
Oh yeah.
ever was. Like straight off the bat, mechanically, like Demon Souls is just a harder game because it has not only the equipment load that like Dark Souls has, but it also has item burden on top of that, which means that your inventory is limited, and that means that if you're carrying a lot of like healing items and like ores for upgrading weapons and like armor, say, to wear and like weapons to switch between, because you don't know what's going to be good against what necessarily, because it has all sorts of different damage values as well. Like there's like the melee weapons have strike, pierce, and this guy is gonna be in a bad spot.
Yeah.
Look, ooh. Mm.
He's yeah. Anyways,
Moving quickly past that.
Catwoman.
So yeah, like melee weapons in Demon Souls have strike damage, piercing damage, slashing damage, and you have different kinds of weapons that can deal all those different kinds of damage, and you have different types of attacks that can deal those kinds. Like straight swords can deal piercing and slashing damage, and so it's like it's all these things that you have to kind of keep in your mind, because the game has a really, really bad UI.
Yeah, I remember fumbling through that quite a bit.
It's remarkable how, oops, there we go. It's remarkable how similar the UI is to Dark Souls, and yet how much worse it is at the same time.
Mm-hmm.
Because it conveys all of the same information. Like, it tells you like what type of damage all your weapons do, what sort of like reduction your armor and shield will have. Like, it tells you how much they weigh. It tells you like how much damage they do and how much they can be upgraded, like what their upgrade parameters are. Like, it tells you all of that stuff, but it's presented in so much of an uglier manner than in Dark Souls. And it's remarkable. So it takes a lot of paying attention, and like the item burden is just the worst thing, because if you find a set of heavy armor in the game and you're wearing like heavy armor, you just straight up won't be able to pick it up because you won't have the the inventory capacity for it.
Yeah, that's how Skyrim was.
Yeah, and unfortunately, if you leave the area to, say, get rid of some of the items in your inventory, the stuff you left on the ground despawns.
And that is one thing I will forever be grateful to Skyrim for.
Yeah.
It will be there when you come back.
Item persistence.
And I had the hardest time to trust that system, too. Because normally in games, if you drop something, it's gone forever.
Uh-huh.
I mean, you can look at it, kiss it goodbye, you're not going to see it ever again.
Yep.
Which is why I thought it was strange that Skyrim was like, no, it's fine, you can leave it there, come back and get it, and it'll totally be fine.
Yeah.
And I abused the crap out of it.
You do have
and
to...
so it's so I had to get used to, like, going back to other RPGs and be like, no, I have to think about this carefully.
Yeah. And it's particularly bad in Dark Souls and Demon Souls. Like, all of the items you find in as loot, like, not from like enemies that you just kill. Like, all of those items are unique. So if you can't pick it up, like, it despawns, you just can't get it again until you go into New Game Plus. It's just gone forever. So I hope you didn't want it. And it's like, it actually happened with the new character that I started, because I found a heavy armor set called the Brushwood Armor, and I couldn't pick it up because I didn't have the inventory capacity, and I couldn't make room in my inventory because I made a knight character who was wearing heavy armor and who had like heavy shields and a lot of healing items and ores on her at the time, because I had been exploring and I hadn't been back to the Nexus yet, and it was just like, I can't pick up this armor, and it's just gone now. I will not be able to get that armor until I start New Game Plus.
Right.
But I've actually gotten a lot further on this current character. I've beaten the Phalanx and Tower Knight in Boletaria Palace, which are both bosses that I had beaten in the past. And I beat the Armor Spider in Stonefang Tunnel, which is one I had beaten. And I beat the Flame Lurker in Stonefang Tunnel, which is one that I had not fought before. And I beat it after dying twice, I think.
Now what's a girl to do? I could quit this crazy town, but where's the fun in that?
Yes, indeed.
Yeah, Catwoman, what are you going to do?
Well, we're going to cut off my story about Demon Souls, basically, because I had two very stupid deaths that were cut out of the footage. In the exact same spot. I died twice trying to get down into that sewer.
Oh, Harley.
Yeah. So this is teasing what's coming up next, everybody. Get ready for that.
Oh, goodness.